What if a small, struggling island with limited natural resources could become one of the world's most prosperous and developed nations? That is the remarkable story of Lee Kuan Yew, the founding Prime Minister of Singapore, and one of the most influential political leaders of the modern era. Hello everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring the incredible journey of Lee Kuan Yew, from a young man living through war and colonial rule to the leader who helped transform Singapore into a global economic hub. Let's begin. Lee Kuan Yew was born on September 16, 1923, in Singapore, which was then part of the British Empire. He grew up in a Chinese Singaporean family and received a strong education. But his youth was interrupted by one of the most difficult periods in Singapore's history. During World War II, Japan occupied Singapore from 1942 to 1945. Lee experienced the uncertainty and hardship of the occupation firsthand. The experience deeply influenced his political thinking. After the war, Lee traveled to Britain and studied law at Fitzwilliam College, Cambridge. He returned to Singapore with a clear ambition: to help his country achieve self-government. In 1954, Lee and his political colleagues founded the People's Action Party, or PAP. The party campaigned for self-government and eventually became a dominant force in Singaporean politics. In 1959, Singapore achieved internal self-government, and Lee Kuan Yew became its first prime minister. But leading Singapore was anything but easy. The country faced unemployment, poverty, housing shortages, ethnic tensions, and limited natural resources. Singapore also had no large domestic market and depended heavily on international trade. Lee and his government pursued an ambitious strategy. They invested heavily in education, public housing, infrastructure, clean government, and economic development. Singapore also worked to attract multinational companies and build an export-oriented economy. One of the most